This is Sandstorm. She's a baby Hisolidium, but she's not any Hisolidium. She's part of the subspecies Dunes Hisolidium. Dunes Hisolidium are naturally born in the desert oasis or dunes, wherever is sandy. Sandstorm has just woken up from her nap. She got very hungry after her nap, so she swam to the oasis, hoping that she won't get killed in this barren land. Some berries were in the oasis, but she wasn't looking to be in the oasis. She just wanted food. There is another Hisolidium nearby. It's called a frost hiso. Suddenly she got attacked by something. After getting attacked, she ran away. But she was very hungry. It started raining and the cold, wet sand got over. She was too scared to go back to where the meat was. But she was hungry, so she had to. Sandstorm is a hungry creature. And Hisolidium are naturally photocarnies, which means they can only eat meat and nothing else. They can't drink water at all. She started to eat some meat. Gleefully, she was full. But now she wanted to go to the oasis. But after seeing the popularity of creatures, she took back that thought. She just wanted to look from above, but many creatures were still outside of the oasis. One was bleeding. She had no idea why, but she didn't mind, as long as it wasn't her. Sandstorm is very clumsy, and she's a very shy creature. A Hisolidium was at the top of where she climbed. She ran away from it fast. It didn't seem to mind, so she just stayed there. Normally, Hisolidium are nocturnal, but Dunes Hiso aren't. She looked from above. There wasn't many creatures, so she was safe, unless she had fallen. She almost had fallen, but she saved herself. She didn't want to make any noise. She saw a big whale-like creature called an Opraligion. The frosty Hiso was also down. There was a mag coming after it as well. The purple op ran back to the oasis. Not much meat was left. Something she hadn't known came, but it didn't come for her. After she saw the majority of creatures that came to the oasis, she knew it wasn't safe, and she retreated to the dunes. Many things were bleeding, so she ran. Many creatures had giant roars. Luckily, not many creatures noticed her, but then one did. She ran away, hoping that it wouldn't follow her. Sandstorm was still in danger. A creature was helping to defeat the creature that was normally killing every creature it saw. Something was bleeding, but she was too far to see what it was. She went back down, hoping she wouldn't get killed. She needed to find another place to eat. making sure that she could live there. At last, she was finally at dunes, but it wasn't populated, so that was good. But it was also bad. No creatures means no food for her, so she could eventually starve. Normally, the oasis wouldn't be very dangerous for Hisolidium, but if they're babies, it's very dangerous, especially if creatures can be able to kill it easily. She went inside a long tunnel. Maybe it was safe for her, she thought. She could almost not fail, but she still made it. After the tunnel was a safe place to lay down. She rested, plucking her head in the sand, making sure she was safe. She got back up when her hunger started to get low. She was roaring in the tunnel, testing if any creatures could respond. None responded. Dunes isn't very populated, which means you cannot eat. But one creature was here. Just a single creature. It was holding meat. She was scared of it, but she ran towards it nonetheless, hoping it wouldn't come for her. It didn't. It was good. It seemed like the creature was afraid of her. She roared, signaling this is her meat. Ran away. She ate the meat, but sadly, she couldn't eat it for too long. It was only a little piece, so she brought it with her. But she changed her thought. She put it in the water so it wouldn't get rotten. She put it in the water so it wouldn't get rotten. It was nighttime. When it's nighttime, many creatures are endangered. Due to the popularity of creatures that are nocturnal, she would be in big danger. But nonetheless, she had to head to the oasis. It was cold, but it was cold because it was winter now. But she didn't care. It's still hot here and she likes it that way. Despite not being nocturnal, she still was awake, and she still had great night vision. Not many creatures have night vision like the Hisolidium. She wanted to go to the oasis since it was dark, but she knew it wasn't good. The oasis is a dangerous place. Her colors don't blend in that well at night, but it is hard to see. Despite that, her glowing eyes make it easier to see her. No one was where she was, but when she looked back, she regretted the fact that she wanted to come, but she was hungry, and I mean very hungry. So she tried to eat. She sniffed for any creatures nearby. There was none, but there were still creatures far away. There was a Hisolidium. It was a big predator. Though it's the same creature as it, it's a big predator to her. Hisolidium can be aggressive to their own kind. A baby Hisolidium was following the big one up. It seemed like it wasn't gonna die. Unless she had sniffed meat up there, it was dead. It wasn't dead yet. There were still creatures nearby. She ran away from another Hisolidium. It was gonna be day soon, so she wouldn't get endangered. Looks like the Hisolidium was following her for a while. There was another Hisolidium that came by. It was black with red eyes. Not many Hisolidium have this color. They both ate meat together. But she wanted to stay as far away from any creature she could see. Looked like it was gonna take the meat back to where it was, but they dropped it immediately. Many Hisolidium and carnivores came to where the meat was. She was scared from the popularity of creatures. Looked like she could get attacked at any moment right now. A Hisolidium looked like it was following her, but it wasn't. That was a good thing. But she still is in big danger of any of them. One of them communicated with Sandstorm. Sandstorm was afraid, but she still answered back. She didn't understand what it was saying. It seemed like it wanted her to leave. So she left. It seemed like it wanted to protect her. She ate the raw meat, but her health was low. She lost much health. She lost not much health, but she still. It seemed like they were following the big Hisolidium, so maybe she could follow back. The Hisolidium communicated, but she didn't want to communicate. It seemed like it wanted to adopt them all. And the Roron slowly came up. There was an imposter among us. There's an imposter among them. The Roron seemed like it wanted to kill her, but just wanted to climb back up. She was stuck. She wasn't a very good climber, unlike the other Hiso. But finally she got back up. She followed them. Another ledge came, but she still climbed it. It wasn't that high. It seemed like this was their new home. A Roron came. The same Roron. But it didn't mind them. They communicated and tried to form a pact together. She was hungry. She accidentally grabbed on, but then she continued to eat. All of them formed a pack. She heard lots of noises. Seemed like a raid was coming to a basis. They formed a pack together. The Rorolo was still there. They all were in a pack, so they couldn't harm each other. This was the farthest she's ever gone. This documentary might be long, by the way. This is a warning. If you don't want to spend your time looking at this trash, then you should click off. She didn't want to communicate, but then their mother said they should move. She wanted to take the meat. She wanted to grab onto the meat. So she grabbed it. It's one of the last pieces of meat they have. They moved to another area. But still, one baby Hiso wasn't a part of the pack. All of the Hiso were different colors. Sandstorm wasn't afraid of her pack. It was her new family. She didn't have any parents when she was born. Their nests and eggs were just abandoned. She didn't have any sister, brother, parents, none of them. She didn't have any. They moved to a different area. It took a while for them to grow. It wasn't safe for them near the oasis, since there was a raid. Creatures that form a raid are creatures of the same kind, no matter what subspecies. And they kill everything they see. Most of the raids are hosted in oasis. Because that area is very populated. No, it started raining. It started raining here. Anyways, she grew finally. She was in her teen stage. She now had arms. They were still growing. She had developed her bioluminescence, which means she can light up in the dark. It turns out the Auroran was a part of the raid, so it was very wise to leave. It was night, but she had good night vision. They communicated. She wanted to communicate more with her family. They have arrived into their new home. It wasn't very populated, and that was good. After that long trip, she was starving. They ate the meat they brought. But soon, Sandstorm will have to learn how to fend on her own. She was annoyed by the creature, so she wanted to kill it. She killed it immediately. In one bite, it was dead, turned into meat. She ate the meat and it was quickly gone. One of the babies had to leave, so they left. The Celeritas was still there. Seemed like it was following. It was gonna kill the Celeritas. Celeritas give big food. She invited any Hisolidium. None accepted it. She still stayed at home, but she could still see where they are. Looks like another Hisolidium was invited. It was a different Hiso. They were growing fast. They had to hunt. They had no more food left. Seemed like there was a creature trying to kill them. It had breath. A baby green bird was there. Looked like it wasn't a predator, so she didn't eat. But luckily, there was still a piece of meat was left. This was her first time. This was her first time living in a place outside of the oasis, or anywhere that has dunes. Their mother, or father, just hunted a piece of meat. They were very happy with their new parent. It was wise of them to accept them. Soon, she'll be in her final stage, and she'll also have babies. But this time, they won't be adopted. She'll grow them herself. That's what she always wanted to do. It's raining. She communicated with them. Signaling that it was raining, she used CoS. She's getting wet. Most of her body is made out of sand, so she could fall apart. She wanted to get to shelter, quick. Though she was born in rain. She found a little cave, but she knew she wouldn't be able to fit when she grew. So if she grew in there, then she'd get stuck. It was clear skies. It was safe for her to go out, but she still wanted to admire the view. Plains surely is a beautiful place. Though there isn't much meat, she loves living here. She was very comfortable until she heard the call. She heard a weird noise. She started to use the vents if it was nearby so it could get away. A Hellion was there. She tried to defend her family. They didn't want to go away, but turns out it just wanted water. This is the noise she heard, but it wasn't that similar. Maybe it was a different creature. She heard the sounds of gushing water. She used an aggressive look. It looks like soon she'll be as tall as a Hellion. One of their family members were missing, so she sniffed out for it. Maybe it followed? No, a Krata came. It was still nearby, but the Krata wasn't big. Krata Peritina are very, very dangerous creatures. Once you bite them, they give necro poison, and as well as normal poison. They're very dangerous, so they wouldn't attack. They would just try to defend them. She and her sibling were play fighting. They loved doing that. Yeah. Don't mind that. Looks like their mother or father was communicating with the Hellion Warden. And soon it became a member of the pack. A distant heat so also was in the pack. It was nightfall, which means creatures will attack. But Hisolidium are very strong creatures, including their subspecies. Zun's Hiso are very strong, but still, they wouldn't mind if someone would hunt for them. Out, son. They communicated. The Krata Peritina was in their home. Scared it away. The Hellion was friendly, and it couldn't attack us. They weren't in danger. Now, they wanted to play fight. But instead, they tried defending in sync. They didn't. But it looks like they were attacking. Surprisingly, the Helion was able to kill it. The Cratoperatina wasn't a threat. Instead, it was prey. Be starving for days, she thought. The poison was strong against their parents and the Helion. Its warden's range was activated. The poison was so strong. No. She sensed that their parent was very low. She didn't want them to die on her. But then the Helion died. About to die, but she knew that all creatures could rebirth to a new creature. They said their goodbyes. No. Will you come back? She said. She knew what she had to do. She had to protect their parent. Valmora was there. A mod joined. Wait, a mod joined? Oh my god. But then, their parent confirmed that it was okay. They weren't gonna die. This isn't the part, but oh my god, hello mod. Hello mod, I guess. Hello. Anyways. She was still hungry, so they had to eat the Cratoperatina meat. She didn't want to eat the Helion Warden's meat, as it was a great ally. It didn't want it to be gone. The same baby came. The black and red one. It ate the Helion meat, so it had to die. She killed it. Sandstorm was developing into a great, powerful creature. Their parent was healing very fast. Another Helion died. She sensed it. big stone statue-like creature came. It was an Atholith, but luckily it wasn't much of a predator. But then she was finally grown into an adult June's Hiso. She grew. She was tall as a Helion now. She was so happy. Now she knew what she had to do. She had to protect her sibling, her little brother. The little brother meant a lot to her. Turns out it was a father. I was his daughter. Sandstorm thought, I have to protect now. A tiny bee-like creature came. Too fast. She was gonna set her nest where they live. She was gonna set her nest right here with a meat. She has eggs now. She was so happy. She was a mother. She was so happy. But a Bijou came that annoyed her. It could attack her nest. She was happy. So, this is her journey. This is the end of Sandstorm's journey. Soon she'll become a mother and she'll pass on. This is the end of Sandstorm's journey. The play fight. Play fighting till the end. Okay. This is the end of her journey. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed the documentary.